Hello everyone. In this video, let's see how to fetch this data and display it on the React application. So this is the dummy API from JSON placeholder API code / posts. Also, you can visit JSON placeholder like this. Let me show you. This is the fake API. In this, I will be taking this posts API. This is the API. When you go to this API, you will get this array of objects. So this is my React app running right now. These are all some practice code which I was practicing. Okay, to render this I will be using separate component inside this src. Inside these pages I will be using this side effects file. So I'm going to create another inside this file. I'm going to create one function. Let's name it as side effect because we will be using useEffect. So I'm just naming it as side effect. You can name it anything as you wanted. So I just defined this function with the name side effect, and inside this we need to have this return keyword, and not to get any error I'm using this fragments. So let's export this side effect, export default side effect. I'm copying this and I'm going to use it inside my app.js file. Here I'm going to use this side effect and close this component. This is component, and when I click on this, it is coming to this file. It is redirecting to this file which we are working on, right? Okay, now let's use useEffect. We have not imported, so I will be just entering this, so it will automatically import this useEffect hook. useEffect. So this is the syntax how to use this useEffect, and this is the dependency area, and inside this we will be using fetch function, and we need to use this API. So this is the API. I will just zoom in a bit. So this is the API we are using, and we need to convert this into JSON format. I will just take it as res.json, and again we will be, so in this we will be, I mean we will be, what is the response we are getting from this API? We need to store it somewhere. So for that I will be using useState. So I am using this useState to store some value, and for that we need to create one constant or variable. So this is array. I will name it as solution or some data. I will name it as data. Set data equals to useEffect, not useEffect, it is useState. useState, it is array. We are going to store array of objects, right? So let's keep this as empty array right now. So we want to use this setter function, that is set data. So here we will be receiving data, set data of, what is this? We are receiving data. So actually let's rename this to something as result. Yes, because you may misunderstood that this data and this data is same, but this is not. This is separate and this is separate. I mean, those are not the same. So let's copy this result and set this result what we are getting from this API to this set data. I mean, we are going to store this inside this as data. So okay, yeah. So this is all we have to do with this useEffect function. Now I'm going to first let's check. Yeah, I will fetch data. So let's make sure whether our component is running or not. So it is reflecting this h1 heading. So this is the component, there it is rendering, right? So I will be using table. Inside this I'm going to have one t head and also t body. In t head I'm going to have one row. Inside this one row I'm going to have three cells. 1 2 3, one with id. As you can see, I will show you. So this is the response, right? We are getting user id. User id will be same for all posts. It is just displaying one, right? So we don't need to use this user id, title and body. So these are all the three properties we need to use it in our t head. Id, name, not name, title, I guess, title and body. So let's check. See, id, title and body. Now inside this, so now head part is done. Till now it's done. We are going to work with t head, t body for now. So I'm going to use tr. Now first we need to, so we are going to have multiple objects, right? I mean, these are multiple objects. This is one object, this is one object. So we need to iterate those. We need to use loop. So for that, if we use loop, it will not work in a React application. We need to use map function. So it will return some data. So if we use if I mean loop, it will not use any return keyword, right? So it will not render. The map function is specially used in React application to, I mean, it basically returns the values. So because of that, we use map function. So we need to use like this data.map, and this is the syntax which you need to remember. So let's check, is there any, yeah. This is empty fragments. So we need to wrap multiple. You can use this empty fragments, or you can also use, we are going to use t row, right? So even this will works. T row inside is, so in one row what we want, just a sec, that is not t, td. So here inside this map function it will take two arguments. So for now I will be just going with data, and you can name it as just d, or you can name it data, or anything else you want. We can also use key here. Right now I am not going to use that key. I'm just okay with data. Here we need to use this like this data. I will be just copying this two more times, because one is for data dot id, right? Data.id, data.title, and data.body. So these are all the three properties, three key value, I mean values from a key I'm getting for every object, right? And we are iterating using this map. In every row we are getting these three properties. Let's see, and let's go. So maybe some issue. Let's see what is the issue. So after refreshing, it is just working fine. So you can also do something like quickly I will just summarize this functionality. So first we are importing this, first we are creating this function. This is component, that is side effect, and I am exporting this as side effect, and we are going to use useState to store the data which we are fetching from this API. The data which we are fetching from API, we need to store it somewhere, right? So we are storing inside this useState. So once we stored it, so to fetch this we are using useEffect. So this is the hook which we use to do any side effects in our application. So for that we use useEffect. Inside this we are going to have fetch. Using that we will fetch and we will set the data. First, whatever the data we are receiving, we are converting it to JSON, and the exit result will be we are setting to this variable, I mean useState variable. So this is the data, we are going to use it in our table. So this is how you are, I mean, iterating using map function, and this is where we are using tbody, and this is we are getting this data here. And also you can do something like, if you want only a result of 10 API requests, I mean 10 objects. So right now it is, I mean it is fetching all the 100 objects. If you want only 10 or something like, as you wish, how many many response you want objects, in that case you can use something like 0 to 10. So 0 means the starting index 0 and the ending index 10. So let's see, let's save it, refresh. Now it is only fetching 10 IDs till 10. So this is all for this video. Yeah, thanks for watching. To get similar videos like this, subscribe to this channel.